Hey, sports card fans, it's John Wade Boggs fan. Hope you're all doing well. One of my hobby goals for 2024 was to make some more progress on my 1978 Topps baseball set. Now, coming into 2024, I had 620 of the 726 cards in the set. So I was missing 106, so I had about 85% of the set completed. Now, knowing that a lot of the cards that I was missing were commons, really hard to find them on eBay, so I figured I'd maybe have a shot at Strongsville and at the National to try to get additional cards for the set. So I set myself a goal of maybe getting 50 additional cards to the set. That would get me, I think, maybe at 92%. It's been a long journey. I've enjoyed it. It hasn't been a super high priority for me, but I've been making some good progress. Well, a fellow collector and YouTuber reached out to me recently and said, "Hey, John, I have a ton of 1978 Topps cards. They seem to be in pretty good condition. Send me your checklist and I'll see what I have." So I sent him a link to my 78 Topps checklist, and he got back to me and hooked me up big time. He found 89 cards that I needed for my set, and they just arrived today. And so I thought I would turn the camera around and show off these additional 89 cards that I have now to get me even closer to completing the 78 top set. So I think I may be revising my goal in trying to complete the 78 top set for the year. Most of the cards now that are remaining are a lot of the Hall of Famers, the bigger stars. I'm missing the big cards, the Nolan Ryan, the Molitor Trammell rookie card, the Eddie Murray rookie card. I'd been holding off on purchasing them, figuring they would be easier for me to find on eBay, even at card shows. Most of those star players, dealers may have in ungraded copies as opposed to looking just through binders of commons. So I'll probably start off looking on eBay for some of those ungraded copies. And yeah, I think now I actually have a legitimate shot at completing the 1978 Topps baseball set that I've been working on for probably a year and a half, if not longer. So again, I'm going to turn the camera around here and show off all these cards that this one YouTuber has sent me. Before I show off the cards that I got, I want to tell you who this fellow collector and YouTuber was that really hooked me up big time, and it is, of course, Orlando, a collector's dream. He's the one that reached out to me. He showed me a picture. I think it was like a full 5,000 count box of 78 commons, minor stars, and we worked out a very fair deal. So Orlando, thank you so much for reaching out to me. I told him that for this 1978 top set I'm working on, that I was looking for well-centered cards, nice corners. I wanted this set to be a really nice condition set because it means so much to me. It's the first year I started collecting baseball cards. Just love the design. And so he says he looked through, he had multiples of some of the cards, and he says, "John, I think I picked out some really nice cards," and he certainly did. So Orlando, thank you so much here. So I'm just going to run through the cards here. I'm not going to spend too much time on them because there's 89 of them, but just want to give you a feel of the cards that we worked out this deal on, and just to show you some 78 Topps cards. So we're going to start off here. We have a Rory White, Charlie Huff. Try to get the glare down to a minimum here. Jeff Zahn. Just love the colors, borders. Just, man, love these images of some of the uniforms back then. We have a Sparky Lyle. We have a Giants team card. Matt Alexander. Tom Murphy. Reggie Cleveland of the Red Sox. Love those red Red Sox hats from the 70s. Steve Henderson of the Mets. John Montefusco. Jesse Jefferson. Andre Thornton. Rennie Stinnett. This one I remember having such a hard time finding a well-centered card when I was looking through binders, and that's just perfect. Doug Bird. Al Bumry. Craig Reynolds. Just love that old Mariners helmet there and uniform. The Braves uniform. Rod Gilbreth. Some of these players I remember, some of them I don't. Chris Spear. The Expos. There's Tim McCarver. He's with the Phillies. Rick Burleson, All-Star card. So that's the first group. Next group here. Jamie Easterly. We have a Yankees team card. Rico Cardi. Love that Indians uniform. Ben Ogilvy. I think at one point he was with the Milwaukee Brewers, I think. Maybe when, I want to say when they went to the World Series, possibly? I don't know. I just remember Ben Ogilvy. Alan Ashby, remember him. There's the Brewers team card, speaking of the Brewers. Bob Watson. Tom Greavy. Dave Haverlow. Aurelio Rodriguez. Sam Ewing. Luis Tiant. Cool picture there. Del Unser. I think Del Unser, did he play for the Phillies at some point? Bob Randall. Brian Asseltine. Jim Willoughby. There's a player manager, Bobby Winkles. I think that's how you pronounce it. Bob Gorinsky. Love the Twins helmet there. Bill Fahey. Again, I still remember, I mean, I still have the original 78s I had as a kid. They're in terrible condition. But, man, this just brings back so many memories of all these 78s. There's a Red Sox team card. Joe Youngblood. Davey Lopes. Vern Rule. Bob Bailey. That looks like a little airbrush action there, I think. But Cardinals team card. Rick Miller. A lot of Red Sox here. Rudy Mioli. Ron Bloomberg. Oh, did I miss one there? Nope. Frank Duffy. Larry Herndon. Tim Corcoran. Gary Beer, I guess. Bernie Carbo. Tom Underwood. Wilbur Howard. Johnny LeMaster. That was another one that I just couldn't find a well-centered copy, and that's pretty well-centered there. Joe Coleman. Butch Weiniger. Phil Mankowski. Jerry Kuzman. Luis Gomez. Pat Dobson. Sam Meijas. All right, next group here, actually the last group here. We got Lynn McLaughlin. John Hale. Bob Apodaca. Pitching coach, I think, at one point for the Mets. Steve Dillard. Don Stanhouse. Ron Say, All-Star card. Love that All-Star shield there on the 78s. Another Red Sox, Danny Doyle, Steve Dunning, Moose Haas. Gosh, I just love these cards. Doug Rader, Rangers team card. Grant Jackson. Check out that warm-up jacket. Ooh. Steve Bry, Jay Johnstone, Ken Brett, George Brett's brother, Ralph Houck, player manager, Tigers. Got George Mitterwald, Mickey Rivers, the Yankees, Elias Sosa. I remember Elias Sosa. Fergie Jenkins, Hall of Famer. Billy Martin, player manager card. Pete Broberg, Royals team card. Shout out to Chris from Missouri. And the last card in the set, Wilbur Wood. Check out that uniform. Man. So, yeah, 89 cards for my 1978 top set. Orlando, again, thank you so much. I just did that. That was great for you reaching out. The fact that you had so many 78s, thought you could help out with my set, and you certainly did. So now I'm like within less than 20 to go. And again, most of them, now they're going to be pricey. These are some of the Hall of Famers. I think I'm also missing like the George Brett, the Nolan Ryan record breaker. So they're not going to be cheap to finish the set. But I'm going to really look forward to finding some nice copies of those cards. And whether it be Strongsville, the National, on eBay, I think if I put some time to it, they're not going to be too expensive. Obviously, the Molitor Murray, Molitor Trammell, and the Murray rookie cards are the two big ones. Probably going to have to spend a decent amount there for the condition that I want, even though they are not going to be graded. I feel pretty confident that I'm going to be able to complete my 1978 top set. So would love to know what your thoughts are about the 78 top set, about Orlando, who is just awesome as a friend, collector, fellow YouTuber, and all that. And with that, that's all I have for you. So until next time, thanks for watching.